What's up YouTube? Excalibur here. In today's video, I surely can't wait for Season of the Nerfs. Why is that? Because today's video, we're gonna go over the Twab that was available from Wednesday. Now, I'm sure I took a week off because, Thanksgiving week. And by the way, I hope y'all have a fantastic Thanksgiving last week. It was a well-deserved rest off of YouTube, even though I do love gathering information from YouTube. But today's video is about a Twab that is about Nerf Titans. Yay, and their melee. Hey, now, unfortunately, I can't show it in screen because of sheer factor reasons. But today, I'm just gonna tackle on the survivability. We're just gonna skip over the artifact mods, the seasonal artifact mods. It's real fast, and we're not gonna kill time. So let's get excuse me. Let's get started with Woven Mail. Woven Mail reduce damage resistance versus PvE combatants from 55 to 45. So it's only by 10%. It's not going to be too much. Now for restoration. Reduce healing rate at restoration times 1. And for PvE it is 40 to 35 per second, and PvP is 20 to 17.5 per second in PvP. Now, if it's times 2, it's 65 to 50 for PvE, and 32.5 and to 25 per second in PvP. So yes, basically reduce a healing regeneration from from being healed from restoration. Yes. Devour. Healing amount both on activation and refresh. Reduced from a full heal to 100 HP unless Feed of the Void is equipped. Now, here's a problem about that. Where Feed the Void is for, well, Warlocks. And unfortunately, it's not for the Titan. We only got Control of Demolition and Offensive Bulwark and Bastion. And that's basically it. It's still gonna be viable either way. Hey, but we just don't have Feed the Void now. And now the big L of the TWAB is basically sprint and slide melees. Now, after when you fire a gun, you basically no longer get to follow up with either the Seismic Strike, the Shield Bash, the Hammer Strike, Howl of the Storm, Consecration, Fletcher Storm if you're all Titans. The other Bungie did catch wind of the other two, who now you might ask, Excalibur, why this is a big L? It's actually a W. Well, if you think about it, it's not just a nerf to PvP, but it's also nerf to PvE. Like if you think about it, I always carry a shotgun that relates to 1-2 punch. I slide shotgun and shoulder charge against a champion, or slide shotgun shoulder another yellow bar enemy in PvE. But now that you can no longer shoulder charge, yeah, you're gonna have to think twice of what we're gonna do. Boy, what we're gonna use for meleeing. Boy, I sure can't wait for PvE players blaming on PvP players at best. Banner of War. Increase the number of enemies defeated necessary to level up the banner by approximately double, and increase the amount of time added per enemy to defeat at each level. To compensate, these values are depending on the type of the target defeating. Fixing issue were unpowered. Swords was given grant a damage bonus by the Banner of War. Throwing Hammer, when picked up, now returns melee energy over 1.4 seconds rather than instantly. Increased projectile strength by about 20%. Oh yeah, don't forget about Soul Invictus. Duration decreased from 20 seconds to 12 seconds. For those who are Hunter mains, you're probably happy about this. Congratulations. Water Dawn and Well Radiance cooldown went from 417 seconds to 455 seconds. It's cooldown of the Water Dawn bubble and Well Radiance. Yeah, don't get me started about the quote-unquote Stasis Behemoth Titan rework. And right now, we're going to start out with the fragments, which Risperhedron, they're going to remove minus 10 strength penalty. They're going to Whisper of Implement now provides 10 resilience. Whisper Shards no longer will give an extra 10 resilience. Whisper of Hunger changed stat penalty from -10 in mobility and intellect to -20 strength. Whisper of Bonds is going to be removing its -10 on discipline. And now then, we got Shiver Strike. It basically now slows players on hit, and it behaves like a previous move in Hotfix 3203. Fixed an issue where Shiver Strike could not function with the melee kickstart mod. Now Glacial Quake. Hey, now freezes nearby targets on cast and behave previously removed from Hotfix 3111. On cast, freeze impulse size versus players has been reduced to 8 to 6. But unfortunately, I'm still against this quote unquote rework because let's just remember they reduced the super damage reduction because literally you can get one shot, one kill by a high impact sniper while in the behemoth subclass. If nothing's worse, literally any multiple weapon can scare away a behemoth, especially when they're squishy like, unfortunately, as a golden gun. Yeah, it's very unfortunate. Yeah. Now, the reason why it's going to be bad for me, in my opinion, because I love my resilience. Now, I needed 100 resilience at least, because if you're a guy who plays PvE or PvP, I dislike getting one shot and one kill almost all the time, aka talking to you, empowering Rift high impact sniper warlock. I almost forgot. Fix an issue where where Howard the Storm was not consistently freezing targets with the created stasis crystals. Alright, Glacial Nade. Reduced base cooldown time from 152 seconds to 121 seconds. Whoops. Cold Grenade. Cold Snap Grenade. Fix the issue where the secret was not consistently created in the direction the projectile was moving after a bounce. Increase army shape from 0.9 to 1.4. The tracker strength now ramps down from full strength to 0 over the course of the grenade's lifespan, rather than immediately turning it off after the seeking had reached a 0.5 second lifetime. Glacier Nade reduced base cooldown from 152 to 121 seconds, and Cold Snap Grenades fixed an issue where the seeker was not consistently created in the direction the projectile was moving after a bounce. Increased arming shape size from 0.9 to 1.4 meters. Tracker strength now ramps down from strength to 0 over the course of the grenade lifespan, rather than immediately turning it off after the seeker has reached 0.5 seconds lifetime. Oh boy, can't wait for garbage exotics to be buffed! Now surface enclosure. Increase the size and damage of the explosion. Kills with the exotic explosion will now trigger an additional explosion. Now Peric and Greaves. You have to be airborne for a brief time before the exotic effects will apply. Damage champions, tormentors, or mini bosses with a shoulder charge deals further increase damage and refunds your melee energy. The Worm God got a rework. The Burning Fist exotic effect has been reworked. It is now a meter that increases the melee kills and finishers and decays over time. The meter is broken up into 5 sections, which provides an escalating melee and glaive melee damage bonus. The upper end of the meter also provides an escalating weapon damage bonus. As the meter decays, it passes back through the early tiers rather than deactivating immediately. The meter decays more quickly the more it is full. Precious Scars. Kills with weapons matching to your subclass now applies Restoration Tier 1 for 1.5 seconds in PvP and 3 seconds in PvE. But unfortunately, you nerf restoration. And so if you're really going to be using this exotic, you're going to either have to play on Void Titan or you're going to have to play simply Solar 3.0 Titan. Trust me, you'll love it better than the other three subclasses. Here comes the nerf for this one. And remove melee extended long range distance now provides weapon handling and reload speed while surrounded. Reduce PvE surrounded melee damage bonus from 1 to 165% and from 200%. Increase melee bonus to 100 and from 50%. Unfortunately, I'm not a big fan of these changes. The weapon handling and reload speed is utterly dog water. It's not gonna be like Infinite Aspects because you gotta be surrounded. Now, if it provides weapon bonus damage, I would not complain about this one. But since it provides handling and reload speed, thinking it's gonna be a mini fitting aspects, unfortunately, I'm not a big fan of this one. So a huge L for this one. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that would be it. That's all the patch notes for the Titan. Unfortunately, there's also armor charge and Aeon Call. I'm not gonna do that because I'll be making the video a little bit too long, and I don't want to be out of breath for it. But unfortunately, we had to go through all of these nerfs in Season of the Witch. Matter of fact, it's not. It doesn't even deserve to be called Season of the Witch. It's called Season of the Nurfs. Yeah, that is his new name, Season of the Nurfs. Now, ladies and gentlemen, that will be it for this video. I hope this is well informed and to let you know, this is Excalibur. Well, can't wait for Season of the Nurfs and blame PvPers and signing out.
PlayStation